That's myfavoritedj.com. Welcome to the home of my favorite DJ, DJ Jules, baby. If you're looking for a DJ for any type of event, call us now, 313-595-8845. Once again, that's 313-595-8845. www.that'smyfavoritedj.com. The perfect DJ for any of your events. Sweet 16, 21, 30, 50. You turn to 75 years of age, DJ Jules, baby, is the perfect DJ for you. Weddings, corporate events, call 313-595-8845. That's myfavoritedj.com.
The combined power of a group when working together is greater than the total power achieved when working alone.
That's synergy.
Synergy works. Synergy. From the Greek word synergos, equals working together. Synergy works. Synergy is different people working out together advantageously for one final outcome, one goal, rewarding results. Synergy works. Don't train by yourself. Train with synergy. Why? Because synergy works. Contact us today to set up your fitness assessment. Synergy works.
TNT Cakes, Creations, and More, where we specialize in red velvet and strawberry cheesecake, chocolate-covered strawberries, custom baby boxes, custom signs, custom tees and sweatshirts, custom sports balls, graduation accessories, custom glasses and tumblers, custom license plates, heat transfers, custom office signs. TNT Cakes, Creations, and More. Give us a call.
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, and welcome to the G.A.M.G. Big Flex Strongcast. Do you want to advertise your brand or business? If so, become a sponsor of the best health and fitness podcast in Michigan. Advertise on most social media outlets and podcasts weekly. For serious inquiries, email gamgpodcast7@gmail.com.
Yeah. Big flex on the set, you know we gotta rep. Heavy talk on that mic, all we do is press. John Q, that's coach, got him upset. Gym Animal Muscle Gang, we up next. Big Flex Podcast live on Monday night with John Q, Latoyia, Dashawn, and Snipes. You can catch Snipes on the pod or the big screen or get tea time with Toya if you want the tea. Talk about the strong end on your weekday. Tap in with Muscle Gang, you never have a weekday. Big Flex Podcast, 9 p.m. Monday. Pull us up on YouTube if you want that replay. Big Flex Podcast, 9 p.m. Monday. Pull us up on YouTube if you want that replay. It's the Big Flex Podcast, Mondays, 9 at night. It's the Big Flex Podcast. Come on.
Welcome back to the G.A.M.G, the Big Flex Strongcast. I am your host, John Q, in this bitch. And of course, we got the squad in the buildings. We have Sis down there, Latoyia, Dashawn in the building. And of course, we got Bruzin right here, Don Snipes in the building. And
What up?
Dr. Ruckus on the ones and twos again, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We've been gone for a couple of weeks, but we are back for episode 130. So y'all know what time it is. This is where gym conversation meets podcasting. So when y'all come into the gym, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button. Share this shit on out. And subscribe if you haven't already. You know what I mean? So what's up, y'all? Hey, look, what we y'all been up to for the past couple of weeks? You know what I'm saying? Since we was last year, you know what I'm saying, for our third anniversary, I would say. Not annual, but anniversary.
Well, you know, just some traveling, some relaxing.
Okay.
Working. Not too much.
Eating chicken wings too? Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's always good eats around here.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, brother?
Man, listen, y'all know what time of year this is. Everybody got 50 million different. I'm about to start the year off doing this and doing that.
New me, new book. Yeah, new me, new year, boy.
Yeah, listen, not knocking it. I mean, go
Absolutely.
for it.
You gotta do something.
I just think that, you know, people should be mindful of, you know, the seasons and really kind of plan around that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is one of those seasons where, one, I don't think you always need to announce everything that you're gonna do. Mm-hmm. Just do it.
Just be quiet.
I feel like a lot of times people announce a lot of things that they want to do, and they don't necessarily. It just ends right there. They don't necessarily put the effort in to execute it. Mm-hmm. And then every time you do that, your body and your mind, you do something to yourself psychologically.
Yeah.
You know, from not actually executing what you're going to do. You put it this way. It is the fastest way to lose confidence in who you are as an individual. When you constantly say, hey, look, I'm going to do this, and then don't do it. Yeah. Just do it.
Yeah.
You'll take the stress off yourself.
Say do like Nike and just do it.
Just do it. Absolutely.
All right, y'all. So look, what I did was and shit, cause you know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, plug in your movie, man. That was a great movie I watched and shit, you know, a couple of days ago. Broken Bonds, man.
I don't want to say too much about it because Miles said he ain't watched the shit yet and I want him to watch it. But anyway, y'all listen, check out Broken Bonds. It's a Tubi original, all right? So they have been picking up movies that they like as originals. I'll just say that. Yeah. You know, I want to be careful with my words, folks. But anyway, check out Broken Bonds. It's myself, Bella Chadwick, Robin Rose, Sierra Angelia, my good partner Marcus Woods, the homie Rose Spit, and China, my partner in crime, and myself. Yeah. So check out Broken Bonds. It's an ensemble cast. Can't forget about Takora Rogers. I mean, it's a host of people in it. We've been getting a lot of good feedback.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta check it out. It's dope.
Yeah, check it out.
Miles, check it out. Let me know what you think, bro.
Check it out, y'all.
Yeah, Broken Bonds. It's a Tubi original.
You know what? Hey, look, go into our socials too and let us know what y'all think about it. You know what I'm saying? Go into the G.A.M.G, the Big Flex Strongcast group page and stuff like that, and let us know what y'all think about it. You know what I'm saying? I also got a chance to visit my cousin, man, my other brother. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Idris just came home. So I want to clap that shit up, you know what I'm saying? He went to coming home and shit from college. He went to Yale, you know what I'm saying, for about 15 years, but you know what I'm saying? He back, look, he had a nice little long vacation, but he back home, you know what I'm saying? So
that's all that matter.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that matter. Hey, we gonna get them together, you know what I mean? So shout out to him and the family. And then also, what did I do? I did get a chance to watch some of these football games and stuff like that.
I should have put some money on that San Fran game because I knew, bro. I had a feeling when they came out and missed that first extra point. Yeah. When Philly scored. Yeah. It was a wrap. Literally everything in my bones was like, oh, they about to lose. Henri said he think they got a magnet in the fucking goal post because the kicker, once he kicked, he's like, what the hell?
You know they've been doing stuff with the balls now. You know what I'm saying?
Tracking technology and all this other stuff.
So they got different balls that they actually use to when they kicking. You know what I'm saying? Like
why?
They do some crazy shit to it, like throw it in the dryer for so long or whatever, let it get beat the fuck up and all kind of crazy stuff they were saying.
Like why? That's silliness.
Hey, look, for whatever reason, that's why it's looking like every damn kicker can hit a damn 70-yarder field goal and shit. You know what I'm saying? Which,
whatever.
And then you see it do some crazy shit, like it start off to the right, then go to the left, then go back straight. It gotta have some kind of magnet.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I do feel like they got some fans up in there, bro. I done seen some stuff do a miraculous hook.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what
like, oh yeah, it's windy on the field. Come on, man.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, they got some bullshit going on. But the one thing I will take out of this strong end on watching these football games was none of these teams to me look like
they're any good.
No, not at all. It looked like if the Lions was playing, they could have beat any one of those teams.
On any given day, absolutely.
And we see how flawed they were. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, this year they was flawed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it looked like if the Lions was in the playoff, they could have beat any of those teams.
Yeah, they weren't consistent.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of like just to see like now it seems like the competition or something or the like football just like not as good as it. Like we think it is, you know what I'm saying? For some odd reason, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but that's pretty much about it. Oh, let me show y'all. Look, not yet. We are going to get into say our main topic, which is emotional flexibility.
Emotional flexibility. You know
that's
what we talking about tonight. Y'all tap in.
Yeah, but before we do, I got to get a promotional for myself. Check out this new G.A.M.G. Rhino with the kettlebell. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know, come holler at your boy. Hey, for the best workout apparel, you know what I'm saying?
We got to get Buddy up on these terms. This is a shameless plug. He said get some promotion up on my shameless plug.
So look, this is what I was doing. Say my strong ends.
Like that on air. Don't ever touch yourself like that on air.
Listen, man, I wasn't doing no areola. And right here in the middle of the chest. Areolas are here. No, y'all crazy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's not sexy.
Man, here you go. Mr. Areola himself. No. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So no, that's what I've been doing. You know, I done got a couple of more logos and stuff like that for the brand. So if y'all interested, y'all know what to do. Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? I'll get y'all together. We do have a new segment. It's called, Question of the Day with John Q. All right? So the other day I was talking to, one of my homeboys that work out with me. It's, my boy G. He was up here during our
anniversary.
Yeah, during our anniversary. So one day we was just talking about testosterone and cortisol and stuff like that. So his question was, what is the most effective way to naturally produce higher testosterone? Testosterone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got my answer, but go ahead.
So one of the things what I was telling
fellas, y'all need to listen to this. What's the most effective way to boost your testosterone? Go ahead.
So listen, one of the most effective ways naturally to produce higher testosterone, believe it or not, is prioritizing high quality sleep. This is the single most important factor. Most testosterone is produced during REM sleep. Right, that's deep sleep. Between say about 7 to 9. They call it that
REM sleep.
REM sleep, yeah. So about between 7 and 9 hours, right, of uninterrupted sleep. You know what I mean? That's what you really want to shoot for. Here's the deal: if you're getting 5-6 hours to that degree a night in just 1 week, it actually can drop your testosterone levels by 10 to 15%. All right. So that's one thing. So if you're not getting any sleep, proper sleep, good sleep, long sleep, uninterrupted sleep, then you definitely want to go ahead and try to make some changes. A lot of people and stuff don't know how to cut off their water. You know what I mean? A lot of times and
keep
stuff
them peeing all night.
And that's what wake them up a lot of time. You know what I mean? So maybe start trying to adjust your water intake. Try to get it in a lot earlier. So then when it start getting later on in the day and stuff like that, you're using the bathroom, so when you go to bed, you can try to avoid that. Also, you want to avoid overtraining, right? Excessive, cardio, or crushing your workouts every day, believe it or not, can be detrimental. You know what I mean, as far as your testosterone levels, and it actually promotes more cortisol if you are like overtraining.
Yeah, stress to the body.
And add stress to the body also. So if you going in there, you know what I mean, you really, like, if you going hard, you pretty much want to stay in that 45-minute to no longer than about hour range, to be honest with you. You know, and as far as your cardio itself, you know, like if you doing like a lot of running, you definitely want to cut back on that between, say probably 20, 30 minutes, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, so you kind of want to be mindful of like overtraining, excessive cardio, and so forth. Now, here's the deal. This is where you come in. What is your opinion on the things that people should, say, eat to help produce, say, testosterone naturally?
Diet can get tricky, but I do want to give people two of my biggest tips in terms of what's to do to boost testosterone. So, fun fact, believe it or not, there was a study done some years ago, and they actually found that chopping wood actually boosts testosterone levels anywhere from 47 to 49% in males, and there was no age-related difference in the amount of testosterone, like how it was boosted. Like it wasn't age wasn't a factor. But I tell all guys, believe it or not, my key to success in keeping my testosterone levels high, believe it or not, are go outside and get some sunlight. A lot of us don't like to go outside and get sunlight. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I think you hit it on the head. Like having some physical activity definitely help keeps your testosterone levels high. But outside of that, you know, maintaining stress. I think I feel like here's the deal, right? If you're not getting proper rest that night, what are you doing to manage your stress? And I feel like this, right? You can get 7-8 hours of sleep, but if you stress the fuck out, that 7-8 hours still gonna feel like 4 to 5.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because you're restless, you know, and it's some people who might be in the bed 7 to 9 hours, but they for damn sure not sleeping. You get what I'm saying? So I personally feel like when we attack it from how are we managing our stress, that to me is the foundation of keeping our testosterone levels high. And you know, it's a lot of dudes, we talk about this all the time, it's a lot of dudes out there that, you know, they think they got some erectile dysfunction issues going on, but realistically, you stressed out. You lack physical activity. And we're not just talking about sex. Like, if the only time you getting physical is during sex, brother, you missing the mark. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you getting out walking, doing some jumping jacks, doing some toe touches. They say try to get 1% better every day. So even. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta have, if you can't do a full hour workout, that's fine. Do something for 5 minutes. Something is better than nothing. But those are my two tips.
Now, you did say one thing, too, that I want to add on. I mean, it was some research done. I don't know if you've seen this. I think we talked about it before when you was talking about getting sunlight. Where
sunlight, increased libido.
So not only that, though, I did see a research where it's saying pretty much to get you some sunlight as far as naked and let that sun hit your nuts.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Seriously, so.
Getting sunlight on across your whole body. All right? I got something. Listen, it's funny.
It's going to be kind of funny, though. You going outside in your backyard, you an asshole naked trying to get some sun on your balls.
Listen, you know I read about that some years ago, and I kid you not, I was like, man, what could I build so that I could go outside? Listen, I thought about this.
Yeah, me too.
And then the next thing came to my mind. I'm going to tell you what came to my mind. I was like, man, I was doing research on what's the best reflective material. Like, basically saying if I took a chair and set it in a little box. And I did my research, but believe it or not, aluminum reflects sunlight instead of absorbing it like a lot of other materials do. I could sit in that mug and just let my wang hang, you know what I'm saying? And let everything get some sun. You get what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother, you know.
You think about burning your balls?
I ain't worried about burning my. It's the only spot on my body.
Fry your eggs, man.
Yeah,
and leave your sausage.
Can you imagine your sperm cells? Like,
Right.
Yeah. Hey, listen, a lot of women been doing that recently. They've been going outside. They call it honoring the Yanni in the sun and all this old stuff. They outside on they doing headstands, letting their Yanni, reach the sky.
Women can get away with it. Men that's called
being a pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah, being a pervert
indecent exposure.
That's why I said I gotta build something that will actually cover us up so that we not out there. You can't let the neighbors see you out there with your. They're gonna be looking at you like this dude goofy, and it's sexual. Women could walk around like that. Men, we can't do all that.
Yeah. Like women, remember they did the thing in Washington when they walked around with their breasts out?
Yeah. But I guess they probably figure, okay, men could do it all the time and walk around with their chest out.
It's only in the United States that we look at it that way. Like everywhere else, like Spain got nude beaches. The UK have a whole naked bike ride.
Oh, damn. Okay. I don't know if you want to have, a bike seat all up in your shit, though.
Well,
no, I don't want to have no bike seat up in my...
You know what I mean?
When I'm naked. I'm straight on that.
It's all up in your gooter. United States that make
all up in your gooter, too.
Sexual like that.
Yeah. Well, okay.
But anyway.
Exactly it.
All right. There was one other thing, too, that I did see as far as on research on testosterone, too. Believe it or not, they were saying that if you, when you go to sleep, temperature in your house should be at about 67 degrees.
Mm-hmm. Really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. To get the best sleep. The body needs to be cooled off at night in order to get the best REM sleep.
Yep.
Wow.
If you keep it sleeping hot in the house,
And listen, for men, well, here's the deal, right? They say that under that temperature, our organs, our skin, everything kind of gets to this place of homeostasis. They've done many studies on this, but the 10 degrees cooler than what you would normally have it is when you get the best sleep.
Wow.
Yeah, I sleep at 68 degrees.
Yeah, that's where I
ain't gonna lie, I'm like 60. I ain't gonna lie. My sister told me the other day, I was gone out of town. She said she went in the room. She said, man, it felt like a morgue in there. I was like, that's just how it got to be cold, freezer cold.
Yeah.
And I sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Absolutely.
All right.
Bro, once you sleep, you ain't gonna know.
Yeah.
It don't bother me until it's time for me to get up out the bed. That's when it's like, oof. Yeah. But when I'm in bed, that's my comfortable spot.
All right, y'all. So look, that was a question of the day with John Q. So if y'all got any new questions or anything like that y'all want to ask, say me, sis, or bro, just leave it in the comments or anything like that, or anything on social media too. We'll read it out for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We'll try to answer it to our best of our ability. You know what I mean? I want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat that's been saying what's up. Say what's up to Ballin' with Rich in the building. What up, though, Rich? What up, though, Real from Raw But Real? And of course, say what up, though, Freckles from We Listen and We Judge. So y'all make sure y'all tap in with
every
them.
Thursday.
You know what I'm saying? And then also we got Sean Williams in the building. Tell him, hey, what's up, though, Sean?
Who, that's Sean P?
Sean P, yeah.
Sean P.
Yep.
Sean said he saw the movie.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he said he saw it, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Say, leave a review or something. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. All right, y'all. So, look, we're going to go ahead and get into, the main topic of the night, which is emotional flexibility, all right? So, check this out. So, emotional flexibility is the ability to adapt your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to life-changing situations, allowing you to experience a wide range of emotions without getting stuck, and to shift strategies for managing them as needed to align with your values and goals. Now, this is something that I want to go ahead and point out. It says there are 4 categories that are associated with emotional flexibility called default emotion bias, which consists of being happy, angry, fearful, or sad. Question is, sis, this is your question. Are you emotionally flexible?
I am now.
You say you are now. Explain.
In the past, I had to have control over every aspect of my life, over all of the things at work, and that control.
Are you a control freak?
I used to be.
Oh,
I used to be, but it was it was defense mechanism. It was like to protect myself from different things that, you know, I had experienced throughout life that I didn't want to experience anymore.
Okay.
But what I learned is that being emotionally inflexible and trying to control every little aspect, including my emotions, it causes stress, it causes anxiety, it messes with your sleep patterns. And in a sense, it does put, like, you feel stuck. Like, that's that anxiety feeling of what I'm experiencing right now is not where I want to be or what I want to be experiencing. And now I'm stuck. It's creating this anxiety because I can't move forward, because moving forward doesn't look like what I expected it to look like.
Okay.
But I have learned to let that go and be more emotionally flexible.
Okay. So, has anyone in your life, besides you trying to figure this thing out, you know, like, helped you along the way? Like, have you ever had a mentor or anybody, you know, to, like, you know, step in your life when they see you, you know, in some of those phases, those emotional bias, you know, the default emotional biases, right? As far as, like, you know, if you're happy, are you going over the top? Somebody say, hey, you know, you might want to calm that down a little bit. Or if you were sad, you know, or somebody step in and say, hey, you know, I noticed that you're sad, or, you know what I mean? And try to give you, like, any kind of advice, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Out of those four, like, have you ever had anyone in your life that, you know, that you can talk to or stuff like that?
Yeah. I have two people in my life that just without me saying anything can just kind of be in my presence or hear my voice or look at me and know something's not right. Your energy's off. What's wrong? And a lot of times I have not yet recognized that my energy is off and something's wrong. But when they ask me that question, I immediately stop and evaluate. Okay, what triggered me? What happened? What am I trying to ignore that my body isn't ignoring? But yeah, and I always try to keep someone, at least one person in my life that's like that for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about you, cuz? What about you? You know what I mean? Are you emotionally, you know, flexible?
Let me tell you something.
Or let me ask this word, because I think this word is probably be a little bit more fitting too for you know, for people out there that's listening. Adaptability. You know what I mean? Are you more, you say, emotionally adaptable? You know what I'm saying, at this point in time in your life, or you know,
yeah, I have this absolutely, and I have this conversation with a lot of young men because I feel like this is something that a lot of young men suffer from, and that is not being emotionally flexible. Mm-hmm. The deal is this: when you learn in life to accept people for who they are, like you said, says it takes a lot of stress off of you, anxiety.
Yeah.
You know, people tend to feel oftentimes that the way that they view the world is the most important view. And, you know, again, I say this all the time, as parents, it is our responsibility to actually teach our children to have a capacity to deal with other people that are not like you. And I think that that's a place that a lot of adults, a lot of parents are failing. Yeah. Everybody's not like you. Yeah. Everybody's not going to have the same morals, the same integrity. They're not going to live by the same code. So how do you navigate that throughout the world? And being emotionally flexible is all about sticking to your core values, but being able to pivot when you're in situations where you may see them one way, but maybe somebody else may see things a little bit different, and they bring in that energy. Yeah. So now what do? You understand what I'm saying? And I think that takes, to me, emotional flexibility is definitely correlated to how emotionally mature you are. Yeah. At the end of the day. And I know a lot of people don't like to think like that. You know what I'm saying? But there was a time where I was immature as fuck emotionally when it came to how I handle situations. Yeah. You know, sometimes people want to be heard. They want to feel like you're not acknowledging them. So people feel like, hey, you know, if you're not agreeing with me, then maybe I'm being misunderstood. Those things could heighten people's emotions. But something that I tell young men all the time is high emotions lowers intelligence.
Yeah.
All right. I tell my daughters that, but especially for boys, because if a man does not know how to emotionally regulate, he can destroy some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and when we make those decisions, it could cost us our freedom, cost us our life. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to learn that early so that we can start to practice that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times after you reach a certain age, yes, it can be done, but it's so much harder learning how to emotionally regulate after you set in your ways. You understand what I'm saying? Because now you have to just change so many things, and it can be really difficult and challenging for people.
Yeah.
There's hope, but if you're not around people that are willing to challenge some of your decisions, and that's another thing about life, right? Your emotional flexibility also could be dictated by the people that you hang around. All right. And for me, I've always felt a little, when I was younger, a little misunderstood. Like I was kind of maybe before my time, if you will. I didn't look at it like that then, but there just were a lot of people that were around me that I couldn't relate to in terms of how they handle things emotionally. Now, as adults, there are people that keep people around them that validate and justify they bullshit. And if you're around that type of person, you're going to be rigid in your thinking. You're not going to be able to easily adapt to situations when you feeling like, oh, this is triggering, or I wouldn't handle it this way.
It's gonna stagnate
Such a growth. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that there's so many things that go into it in terms of how do we gain emotional flexibility that really needs to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Who are you around? You know what I'm saying? Have you actually confronted some of your own BS and grown from it? Or are you just one of those people that's just like, I am who I am and you should love me how I am and that's it?
Oh, God.
That can be challenging at times. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Especially for an immature motherfucker.
Yeah. I want to give it, I was about to say, I'm about to get into a comment with Rhea. She says, I'm learning to listen, to hear, and not just to respond. I can no longer say things like, it's just how I am. It's very crippling to have a dismissive attitude. 2026, I am being more intentional and emotionally aware.
Yes.
So clap that shit up. You know what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful thing.
It is, and I'm
just to even have that intention.
Yeah. I mean, so I'll ask that question to myself. Am I emotionally flexible? I am. I have my moments, to be honest with you, where I've got a lot better just even being, say, married to my wife, right? So you have to be considerate of other people's feelings. I believe that's pretty much a true beginning, right? To be, to tap into, say, your flexibility on being emotional,
how you deal with others,
and how you deal with others. You know what I'm saying? When there's somebody that's in your life that you care about, you know what I mean? Because you want to be able to listen to them, you want to be able to communicate with them, and you don't want to, have them to the point where they feel like they can't talk to you. They can't share things with you, you know what I'm saying, that's dear to them, you know what I mean, that has cost them, things, negative things or trauma and stuff like that. You want them to be able to open up, So to be honest with you, like, I'm a work in progress. I'm a lot better than what I used to be. I will say that, everybody that know me knew I had
Tampa?
Yeah. You know what I mean? I was an ass kicker, you know what I mean? Where, for the most part, I'll go from 0 to 1,000 real quick. You know what I mean? Now it's like I'm understanding a lot more in my life now that I have a lot more to lose. You know what I mean? So it's like, don't let anybody or anything pretty much, as they quote unquote say, trick you off the street. You know what I mean? Trick you out your bag, or trick you off your square, get you off your square, anything and stuff like that. So, because it can happen, you know what I mean? We see a lot of people crashing out here. You know what I'm saying? For some of the
littlest living in
things.
the crash out age.
Yeah, this is crash out society.
Where it's like, let me act a fool.
You know what I mean?
and I'm going to be championed for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, far as
you hear these phrases, he stood on business. She ate
social. Yeah,
he stood on
everybody
business.
trying to go viral and shit like that over dumb shit. To be honest with you, you know what I mean?
Oh boy,
Well,
you know,
what's
if y'all
crazy is that I'm sorry, bro.
Oh no, I was just gonna say if anybody want to call in, you know what I'm saying. To say the call in number is 810-560-0658. Call in, let us know. You know what I'm saying. Are y'all emotionally flexible? You know what I mean. Let us hear from y'all. You know what I mean. But go ahead, sis.
I think what's scary for me is that, you know, being a manager in corporate America, right, is that the people that I work around is such a societal norm to crash out that they don't recognize.
Mm-hmm. They've normalized. You say they normalized it.
And they're doing it at work.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're doing it in these professional settings and then getting upset when someone says, hey, that's not tolerable.
Yeah.
That's not okay. That's not professional. That's not how you behave at work.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me that that's the society we live in today.
Yeah.
And that's what's being praised.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, not only, you know, I see it all the time. You know what I mean? I see it at the gym. I see it at, say, outside of the gym and stuff like that or whatever, with people that I work with and stuff like that, too. So it's like you said, it's normal now. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's, say, you know, weed, the alcohol, the pills, you know what I mean?
It's the collective consciousness.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Influence.
It's the collective consciousness of what's going on in the world. Yeah, that. And here's the deal, right? It's showing up in a lot of our relationships about how rigid people are in their thinking. You know, and I talk about this sometime with several of my friends, and it's like, listen, we're getting to the point where conflict resolution needs to be taught. You know, many of us could learn from that. You know, that's something that I know in the past I struggled with. It's like, it's one thing to sit and you voice your opinion, I voice mine.
Yeah.
But now, how do we resolve this? How can we move past this? How can we move forward? How can we move through this situation? Yeah. You know what I mean? Because something that I feel like I experienced one time in a relationship was the person told me that they loved me, but I felt like when they didn't, simply because we had conflict, it was like, you know, you're not loving me in spite of or through this situation. And that I could feel that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like
you felt like it was just like a cutoff, and it's like, damn, like really? Just because
listen, man, I heard some.
Like, just because we going through this right now doesn't mean that all of a sudden my emotions just gonna cut off like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I had a conversation with somebody once, and they said they don't believe in unconditional love. They said you love somebody until you don't. And I was just like, whoa. And I mean, like, we had a huge debate about that, about what that looks like. And I was just like, so you pretty much saying that your love is conditional? And she said, absolutely. Absolutely, my love is conditional. And it was simply, she was talking from a place of past experiences and past hurt, which again, I have no problem with that, but I was trying to point out, like, yo, like, if you a melanated black person, African American, whatever you want to call yourself, Hispanic, if you are a person of color in the United States, we already put our 100,000 hours in on what not being loved feel like. You understand what I'm saying? And so to me, I just felt like it would behoove anybody to learn, well, what does it look like on the opposite end of the spectrum? You know what I'm saying? What does it look like to actually forgive somebody for doing? What does it look like to actually be like, yo, let's resolve this and come together, hug, kiss, make love, do all that? And I'm saying that a lot of people be holding shit in, and you know, you have a lot of people that'll apologize about stuff to end the conversation,
but then they continue.
Yes,
with the bull.
And I feel like in terms of being emotionally flexible, that shit is gaslighting.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it show back up later, it's like, yo, wait a minute. I thought we resolved this shit. I thought we moved past this. Yeah. Like, you can't apologize and then like keep still collecting shit along the way and then blow up on somebody and then be like, well, I didn't say nothing about it. Come on, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is something that I feel like all of us are dealing with. I've been guilty of it before, and I just know it don't feel good, so I make an effort not to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you take the time and you really apologize to somebody, and you know what I mean, then I think that's where, like you said, people need to understand, like, it takes a lot, you know what I'm saying, for people to actually apologize. And if somebody is taking that time out to apologize for you, got to pretty much take them serious. Now, if they have a habit of just, I apologize real quick, and then they continue doing the same old shit, then that's something different. You know what I mean? Right. But, you know what I mean? But most of the time, when somebody, how, we are in our society, it's damn near like you got to, you damn near got to kill somebody for an apology. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, what is it with people that we do not want to apologize about nothing?
Which is crazy. Let's see. Hold on. Sometimes we need to change. This is for real. Sometimes we need to change our circles to truly reach what God intended us to achieve. I believe we all have a divine, let me see. I gotta
Destination.
Oh, okay.
Free will can delay us.
Yeah.
To what's meant cannot never be denied.
Free will, delay us, but yep. Okay.
I think most people think when they apologize is a form of weakness.
Look, I got a shout out to Red. Look, we got a first, man. She sent us some 50 stars, man. I don't know what that means. Shit.
Thank you.
Stars, you know what I'm saying?
Apologizing is not a form of weak. Listen. Part of being emotionally flexible is being open and willing to admit your mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. It's saying, you know what?
What up, though,
My
Tom?
bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. You understand what I'm saying? But again, nowadays, I don't know, man. A lot of people have a hard time just simply saying, my bad.
Yeah.
My mistake.
I think here's what I found as it pertains to apologizing. I think there is some responsibility on the person who is offended and the person who is the offender. I think the person who is offended, oftentimes we don't do a good job of expressing our vulnerable emotions in that moment. We explain out of anger.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right? This is how you
made me feel.
Me.
Yeah, this is how you made me feel.
And I personally am not very moved by your anger. But if you come to me and you say, when you said this to me or when you did this to me, it hurt my feelings because ... Now, I don't want to hurt your feelings, so I care about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's get to the true...
Yeah.
The root of this.
Yeah, you just all that.
You feel disrespected. You feel neglected. You feel, you know what I mean? Whatever that true emotion is. Mm-hmm.
So anger shuts you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of time.
Yeah.
I mean,
A lot of times people do shut down on different things.
I'm asking, what if you dead fucking wrong, but the person is angry? Do you still shut down? Like, what if you fucking wrong?
So listen, I'm very good with my communication in those moments. Like, I'll say, I understand that you're angry and we can definitely talk about this, but let's just take a beat, step away from it, and then let's come back when we've both had time to really process what's happening here. Yeah. Because no, I am not receptive to anger or aggression or anything like that. But I do take my impact on people seriously. Yeah. So I definitely need to hear it in a way that says, you hurt me, or you made me sad, or you made me feel neglected, or whatever it is. That's not that anger.
Yeah, but
and some people do feel like, oh, like you're being dismissive. I'm not being dismissive. I'm just telling you, I can't receive this in this way. Mm-hmm. And I have to respect that. Otherwise, you might get an answer from me, but it's not it's not going to be an appropriate answer because you're forcing me to communicate in a way that is not healthy for me.
Yeah. So look, I got a question for y'all too. Go ahead, Doc. Before
you spoke on unconditional love, right? Mm-hmm. Do you believe everybody should love people unconditionally? Because I don't believe that.
That everybody should?
Yes.
Love people unconditionally?
Yes.
I think it's a choice. I don't think it's
to be honest with you, I think it's pretty much damn near like a person-to-person basis.
Yeah, but
it depends on how you depends on how you define love. Like for me, my love is unconditional because my love is based off of what I'm willing to do for you. It's not based off of what you do for me. So my love is unconditional. Now you being in my life, that's conditional.
I'm about to say, it's still unconditional. No matter what nobody says, it has to be conditions to it. Like at the same time, because if you don't have no conditions, no one has no accountability. That's just how I look at it. If somebody got accountability,
you said if you don't have. If you have conditions,
people don't be accountable. That's why there's a lot of dead.
I think that's just one way to perceive it. I wouldn't disagree with that, but I will say this: I think that the reason why that thought process even exists is because, again, many people haven't learned what it looks like on the opposite end of the spectrum. I personally believe, because here's my deal, right? You often hear people be like. I'd rather, you know what I'm saying? Like some people believe that they would rather people fear them than love them. Right. All right. And I believe that when somebody fear you, they're going to lie to you.
Yep.
All the time.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, that's not to say that if they love you, they won't lie, but it comes from a different place. Because I believe that when you really start stepping into what love is, the fact that you love somebody, you will respect them enough to give them the truth. I had you know what I'm saying? There's many times when I was younger doing dumbass shit and a chick would ask me some shit, and if I lied, it was me lying out of fear of the consequences. But it never crossed my mind to be like, wait a minute, if you really love this person, you should be able to say this to them. So I think that what you said, you know, has truth to it. I just don't think it is the sole truth in terms of why people do what they do in terms of loving people conditionally and unconditionally.
I can feel that. No. So I would say, would it be unconditional truth or would it be unconditional love? Because when you said that, it makes every bit of sense. But to have the ability for a person to transmit the truth to someone and for them to receive it, you know what I mean? Just because you love somebody, that don't mean you should say certain things and they should be able to receive it.
Absolutely.
Right. So, so because I'll never forget one time when the woman I was with, she was saying, "Hey, Miles, how I look in this dress?" I said, Miles, tell me, what you? Okay, you look fat.
Yeah.
She had a fit.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't say that in love.
I said. Won't you try the black one?
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
That's what I said the first time. And then when she kept pressing, I'm like, okay.
You don't look good in that.
You look. I should have said, well, I told her you look fat in it.
Listen, I think the truth falls under the umbrella of all of that. And again, I think people do misconstrue the two between somebody being truthful towards you and somebody having unconditional love. But here's the deal with all of this. Many humans believe that unconditional love look like a motherfucker can do and say anything they want. And
they believe that unconditional love and shit can hurt.
Or has consequences.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because that too can exist.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of the flaw in the concept is to say, I feel like when we talk about it from a condition standpoint, now we start talking about the punishment, the justice, or being validated and shit like that. And I'm saying that shit is extremely easy to explain and understand to people. But the concept of having unconditional love for somebody, what does it look like on the opposite end? Many of us don't even know what that look like because we haven't practiced it enough. We haven't studied. And the truth of the matter is a lot of us just ain't seen the shit.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So we don't even know we haven't experienced it because we don't even know what it looked like.
Yeah. Now, I want to go to some of the comments real quick. You know what I'm saying? So, Rhea did say the best apology is change behavior, which I agree 110%. You know what I mean?
The best apology is change behavior. I'm with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a little shaky.
You going to say that's a little shaky?
Yeah.
Why you say that? Change behavior. I mean, that's what we were saying earlier. Somebody
Change
can
behavior,
apologize,
change
but then if they
actions.
go do the same thing again, was that apology and shit really sincere?
Well, it ain't that. That's my point. That's my point.
Yeah.
It's not that the apology wasn't sincere. You have people who are drastically traumatized in their life, and sometimes they can't help but to be that way, in a sense. Now, once then how about this? Most of the time, when they do change their behavior, it's because something else dramatic happened. It don't have.
You know what?
Possibly, but then that's still going to go back on what, say, I believe Tone in the comment section was saying, you know, a lot of people, far as when it comes to apology, they lack accountability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But I got something to add to that though.
Okay.
And this is gonna tie in both of what y'all said. Oh man. Bro, you just hit on something that I've been doing a lot of studying recently, and a lot of my research has been about our nervous system. And you ain't never lied. There are some people that, and I can admit I've been experiencing this recently. There are some people that truly will apologize about some stuff, and they mean it and they're genuine. But if they nervous system is still operating and functioning in a way where, you know what I'm saying, certain things come up, they gonna by default.
First thing, they comfortable.
They just cannot help themselves.
Yeah.
So you do make a point, because I have experienced this and I'm really learning about this, that there are some people that love you and they mean well, and they will apologize, they will be sincere, they will be sorry, but at the end of the day, if they have not changed their nervous system to function on a different frequency, or if they have not changed their mindset, man, they're not gonna be able to help themselves. I don't care what happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
You could talk to them till they blue in the face, and again, I'm struggling with that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just personally, because again, you know, that statement, change behavior is the best apology, but some people can't help themselves.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
what do you do when that person really tell you, hey, I really do care about you and love you, but when I got to this moment, shit, I stuck to my guns.
Yeah. We got another comment too I want to get to. It says from Kia Shaw Jarrett. It says anger sometimes tell all the truth, but definitely understand that boundaries. So, you know, the thing that I was going to add on to it when I seen this comment was this. How many times have you been, you know, you might have been out drinking or something, say with a spouse or, you know, a friend of yours, and, you know, y'all have a truthful quote unquote conversation because you've been drinking alcohol, because most people would be like, oh, well, you was telling the truth. Most people and shit tell the truth when they drunk and this, that, and other. And it's like, sometimes that's not really the case, I don't believe, but sometimes it is. But when somebody want to hold you to that, you know what I mean?
Oh,
and,
like
and
you was
drunk
drinking,
state,
so
and
you...
then the next damn day, once you sober up, he's like, I really didn't mean that shit like that. I was angered and I was just on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Or I was drunk and on some bullshit.
Yeah, or I was just drunk and just on some bullshit, and I just said some shit I probably shouldn't have said.
So that's similar to what you were saying about people apologizing, right, and then doing the same thing.
Yeah.
What I believe happens is this: people put themselves back in the same situation they had. Oh, my mic is on.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I said turn my camera off for a minute.
Okay, hold on. So sometimes people will go back into not really thinking. Oh yeah, so people will not hurt you on purpose. Well, I forgot what I was saying. Damn it, what was I saying, Don? Can you pay attention?
Well,
I didn't know where you was going with that one.
well, if not, look, we can go ahead and get into some of these some more comments. I'm gonna say, what's you got it?
Got it.
Okay.
people will not go into what they need to because of certain other particular fears. Don has said, hey man, try the ice water thing, get in there with the ice. Man, I put my foot in that damn ice, then my leg, I couldn't do it. But that would have changed or helped me, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes people are not willing to change their behavior and also change about who they're being around to give people. I was talking about people giving people the same opportunity they gave to them the first time to lie to them or betray them, right?
Yeah.
If you don't put yourself in a position for that person to do the same thing to you, I think that person needs to take accountability too. You know what I mean? Like, if a person, crackhead stole from you one time, he apologized, you can't get mad when your watch show up missing. I mean, if you give a person...
So you gotta make sure you don't have that watch around again. Nothing important.
You have to have accountability as the person, too, of realizing don't let nobody do the same thing to you. The same opportunity. Like, if you ever had a fight with somebody boxing, and they got your ass with a good right uppercut, your trainer say, hey, watch that uppercut.
Watch that uppercut.
That's what done you in the last time. Protect yourself. And I think that's the problem with people. I think everybody, we play the blame game so quick, and the first opportunity we get, that's what we go for.
Yeah. I have a question, though. At what point, though, in life does protection, you know what I'm saying, create this thing that exists between us that blocks off love? You know what I'm saying? That, and again, I don't have the answer to this, but I'm posing a question. Like, at what point do we keep our guard? Because here's the deal, right? Some people, especially in love nowadays, have been hurt, and they put up a wall for the rest of their fucking life, and they leave this earth like without even having experienced certain things, simply because they trying to protect themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. Like, I feel like, you know, the importance of building up a capacity and having resilience to all the ups and downs of life is important, because people gonna hurt you. Yeah. You gonna experience pain. But here's my deal. Sometimes oftentimes the pain that we feel is self-afflicted. It's because we had a certain mindset, we had a certain level of maturity, and like you said, I think we played the victim and blame game, when in actuality, no, we probably just needed to have more information, more comprehension, more understanding, so that we can make better choices in life. Yeah. And then after we start making them better choices, then we move forward with saying, now I have the resilience and the capacity to make better decisions.
Okay. So to answer your question, Don, that's exactly what I was saying when I said, I used to be emotionally inflexible out of trying to protect myself. But the reality of that is that blocked me from being able to receive love as well.
I understand. Yeah. You can't receive because you was blocking.
I'm blocking what people were bringing to me because it didn't look like what I thought it should look like. In my mind, I had these expectations of what it should look like. And if it didn't present that way, I couldn't receive it, because now that's not my controlled, safe space.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
I can dig it.
I had to
work past that.
I had to work through it.
Yeah.
I had to say, well, let me just see what happened.
If.
And doing that and being okay over and over and over again. And sometimes it did hurt, but I was still okay.
But that's what I'm talking about. Having the fucking capacity, the courage for me, and having the balls to get the fuck back up after life has knocked you down and say, you know what, let me try this again. It's something about that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And I heard once again, trust is given, not earned.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't agree with that concept, but I'm like, listen, like Miles said, you have to open that door to allow a motherfucker in, to even give them the opportunity to earn more of it. Yeah. But initially, we give it to people. Yeah. And when they fuck it up, that's one thing. But most of the time, people don't come and earn trust automatically. We give them space to say, hey, listen, I trust you. And then after if you do something good, then you get more. You do something fucked up, not as much.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So look, a minute or less for both of y'all, and me too, and Doc. Last question. What advice would you give yourself, your younger self, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, being emotionally flexible? You know what I mean? What advice would you give your younger self on anything?
You can be vulnerable and still be safe.
Okay. All right.
I think that's it. You can be vulnerable.
You can be vulnerable and still safe.
Still safe at the same
Absolutely.
time. Okay.
I think you should just. I think you should be safe in order to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think you should take your proper precautions to know what your limitations are.
Well, you have to have healthy boundaries.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think you need to be safe first to show your vulnerabilities, because showing your vulnerabilities a lot around the wrong people would go kind of topsy
messed up.
Yeah.
But I also think that showing your vulnerabilities around the right people allow people to take better care of you. Because when you show them to the wrong motherfucker, they fuck over you. But when you vulnerable to the right person, you hand them the tools to be able to take care of you in your time of need. And that's something that I always suffer from. I will always hear, oh, you closed off, you a mystery, you this, you that. I didn't realize that was just a form, like you said, protection, fear, control, all that type of shit. But if I had to give any advice to my younger self in order to be more emotionally flexible, it would probably be to have the courage to explore my feelings. I think that when I think back about my childhood and growing up, being a boy, being a man, like, you have so many people always commenting on what a man should fucking do. And if you getting advice from older men who not in tune with they shit, they fucking you up. Yep. And if you getting advice from women who kind of like grooming you or fucking feel like, it can be a lot of confusion. Yeah. And so I think that for me, as I got older, just exploring my own emotions. How did this make me feel? And not just leaving it there. And then asking myself, why? Yeah. Okay, now that I figured out that I feel this way from this, why? Yeah. And what I had to learn, and this in 2 stages, was I had to learn to stop looking outside of myself for the fucking answers. And I had to go within and be like, yo, just be straight up, bro. Do you feel insecure about this shit? Are you jealous? Are you hurt? Yeah. Are you embarrassed? Do you feel shame, guilt? Do you feel inadequate? Them the real fucking questions that if you ask yourself, you can really get down to the bottom of why you not fucking flexible. Yeah. And when I started having the courage to ask myself those questions, I started having these aha moments like, damn, when I was in this relationship, I fucked up. Yeah. Or when I was with this person and they said this to me, hey, Don, I just need you to do this. Oh, shit, I didn't have the courage to do that at that time. Yeah. And it hurt when that shit was pointed out to me. And I couldn't handle it, which is why I wanted to escape. So when I started looking within and asking myself deeper, meaningful questions, that allowed me to be more emotionally flexible. Yeah.
All right. The one thing I would say for myself, to tell my younger self is just pretty much look, I always had this saying, and it really is true. Like you said it earlier, what we always talk about, everybody is not raised the same. So you really have to have patience and understanding to where when you are encountering people, when you're talking to them in different relationships, interacting with people, whatever, just keep that shit in mind. I would tell myself to just keep that in mind. Everybody wasn't raised the same. Be a little bit patient, listen and pretty much just do a lot more observing instead of reacting, you know, to what a person is either saying or what they're doing, you know what I mean? To help you get a better understanding of how you should move, you know, how you should treat them and how you should act and how you should, you know,
all day
and stuff like that. So what about you, Doc? You got anything real quick?
No, I mean, I just think people just need to create the right square for them. People want to move in circles. I like to move in squares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only because circles expand out and all that. You know, go in and get bigger, get smaller. Square though, you just begin to build better. Yeah. When you in squares, so just be careful.
There's a lot more containment in that symbolically.
Yeah.
And you gotta learn how to. And you have to learn how to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
For things you're not ready for the response. Like Don said, you gotta ask yourself, am I really ready for this?
Yeah.
Like,
am I ready for this answer?
Yeah. I sent a text message out to people who I love, and I said, if I ever hurt you, I apologize. You feel me? And then some people like thought I was trying to kill myself. Yeah,
I know. Oh man, yeah, that is something. You just get a text like, man, let me call this motherfucker, make sure he's all right.
I didn't want you to call me. I just want to let you know that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I damn sure messed up with 3 great women in my life, and then 2 of them admitted like, yeah, you did hurt me. You know what I mean? And one even said, you the reason why I don't trust a man nigga. You know what I mean?
Yikes.
She said, but I love you, but I don't trust a man nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you was able to hurt me, that means shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, I apologize. And I even took out to lunch like, I really wanted to let you know that I was sincere with my apology. I was just saying that to like pat myself on the back to like I'm trying to cross over into Jesus' gates. You know what I mean? I really wanted to tell you that I did apologize. Yeah. But I'm glad for those who did say that I did hurt them, that I did have the opportunity to say I apologize.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what's up.
All right, y'all. So, hey, look, we're going to wrap that up. Y'all got anything y'all want to add on the way on out the door?
That's it. That's all for me.
No, that's all from me as well. I enjoyed tonight's combo.
All right, y'all. All right. Good shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out to everybody that's in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for engaging tonight. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Next time, if y'all can't call in, you know what I'm saying? And we really want to hear from y'all. And we up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We'll see y'all next week, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
We're going to flex on out like this. You know what I'm saying? For episode 130. We back in the building in these podcast streets, y'all. See y'all next week, y'all. Peace.
Yeah. Big flex on the set, you know we gotta rep. Heavy talk on that mic, all we do is press. John Q, that's coach, got him upset. Gym Animal Muscle Gang, we up next. Big Flex Podcast live on Monday night with John Q, Latoyia, Dashawn, and Don Snipes. You can catch Snipes on the pod or the big screen or get tea time with Toya if you want the tea. Talk about the strong end on your weekday. Tap in with Muscle Gang, you never have a weekday. Big Flex Podcast, 9 p.m. Monday. Pull us up on YouTube if you want that replay. Big Flex Podcast, 9 p.m. Monday. Pull us up on YouTube if you want that replay. It's the Big Flex Podcast, Mondays, 9 at night. It's the Big Flex Podcast.